What you think about?
Hello, fellow youths. What's up? What's up?
Let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They want to let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away.
Wow, everybody's slow getting here. Where you guys been? I watched a portion of this the other day and wanted to cover it, then I lost it. But thank you. Somebody gave it to me, gave it back to me in my Telegram chat. I appreciate it.
Never dropping now. Beat the hours, beat the big house. Our brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves. Never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves. We won't let the world burn away.
What's up, Thorn? Yeah, it's JasonQ having a little meltdown over the Joows. The Joows. He probably doesn't even know why he's melting down. started the timer late, so it's not going to be ran out by the time, but that's okay. It'll run out a little bit. What are you guys doing? On a particular Jubian thesaurus? Theosaurus? I'm not sure. We can talk about it, I guess. Anyways, the timer will run out in a second. We can go ahead and start. It's because I started it late. That's part of it, I guess. Here we go.
Hey daddies, it's me, the Linda Binda from TikTok. I wanted to make this video because I wanted to thank you for watching Cold Beer Confessionals with Will Bird. I think that's just incredible. I've watched a few episodes and I'm just like very intrigued. But you know what I'm most intrigued in is Big Daddy's meat stick. I heard that it's very thick, like a good old German sausage. You know, Linda and her coochie loves that. Never mind. Let's not go there. Anyways, I hope you have a good show and enjoy it as you can. There's a lot of weird things that go on, especially when it comes from the realm of Linda Bindaland. So, enjoy the show. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Linda Binda, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm Will Bird. This is Cold Beer Confessional. Thank you for coming out. Got a little bit of a late start. There's the timer. Got a little bit of a late start. Then I realized I forgot to eat, and then I got hungry, and then I had to eat something right quick. So we're starting late, but we got a couple things to go over tonight. If you want to be part of that, a few things to go over. There is there's a field document out, which we can talk about some. It does have some implications, but nothing yet. It's more of like a request, so we'll have to see what happens there. Plus we got this JasonQ video, which I think is pretty good. I only watched like probably the first couple of minutes of him having a little meltdown. So I haven't watched where this goes, but I watched it 3 or 4 days ago. Someone sent it to me and I watched it. Then I lost it. And now somebody sent it back to me, through Telegram. Thank you for that. So we got that. We can do the document first. So this is the document that recently come out, or recently published. Defendant's motion to compel plaintiff's discovery responses and declare requests for admission to be admitted. We've already read this. It just includes more things now, so we'll talk about it. It says, now comes, this is in Phil versus Scranton Times. Chris Kelly, Scranton Times. And now comes the defendants, Chris Kelly, Scranton Times LP, and Larry Holeva, fighting through their attorneys, Haggerty, Hinton, and Cosgrove LLP, and present this motion to compel plaintiff's discovery responses and declare requests for admissions to be admitted in support thereof. So this is basically, again, Phil won't even fill out the basic paperwork. Phil won't even fill out. He won't answer the questions. He claims he's winning this case. This could be hundreds of millions of dollars. He's going to win any day now, but he won't even fill out the basic paperwork. He won't return the questions that have been asked about him through discovery. His lawyers won't even respond to emails saying, hey, you missed the deadline for that discovery. Could we have it in the next 10 days, please? His lawyers won't even respond, and we'll read about all that. So we get procedural history. Plaintiff commenced this action by filing a complaint on May 24, 2021. So Phil commenced this whole trial by filing action by filing a complaint on May 24, 2021. Scranton Times filed an answer and a new matter on July 6, 2021. Phil is seeking $5 million in damages from Scranton Times in this case. Then it has defendant's request for production of documents, set 8. This is kind of the important part, is this set 8. It says on May 15th, 2023, defendant served Phil with a request for production of documents, set 8. Attached as Exhibit A is a true and correct copy of the Scranton Times request for production of documents. Okay, so this was back in May. In May, they said, hey, we want you to produce some documents. Plaintiff has not responded to these requests. Plaintiff's counsel has not requested any extension any extension to respond beyond the 30-day deadline. So each one of these, every time they submit something, it's within 30 days. Then they give them a 10-day grace period where they'll email them and say, hey, 10-day grace period. Let's see what happens. And they don't even respond to the, hey, you got 10 days left. Like they don't even I don't know. Phil's attorney doesn't even respond. Is he just there to make checks? Is that it? Does he know he's gonna lose? Does he secretly hate Phil but loves his money? I have no idea. We then go on June 19th, 2023, defendants serve a plaintiff's counsel with a letter requesting the past due responses within 10 days. Attached as Exhibit B is a true and correct copy of the letter sent to the plaintiff, counsel dated June 19th, 2023. Plaintiff's counsel never responded to this letter. Pursuant to PA RCP 4009.12a, a party served with requests for production documents shall answer the requests and produce or make the responsive documents available within 30 days after being served. So they got 30 days to respond after being served. PA RCP 419A1 authorizes the court to make an appropriate order if, among other things, a party fails to serve answers to discovery requests, including written requests for production under Rule 4009. Accordingly, the Scranton Times respectfully requests an order of this court pursuant to PARCP 4019A1 compelling Phil to respond to defendant's request for production of documents, set 8, in full without objection within 10 days of the order being filed. Then we have the interrogatories. May 15th, 2023, defendant served Phil with this set 8. This is also set 8. Attached as Exhibit C. The Scranton Times served Phil on May 15th, same time. This is a true and correct copy of set 8. Plaintiff has not responded to these questions. Plaintiff's counsel has not requested an extension to respond beyond the 30-day deadline on June 19th. Scranton Times served Phil's counsel with a letter requesting past due response within 10 days. That's Exhibit B. This is the exact same thing, right? Plaintiff's counsel never responded to this letter. Pursuant to RCP 4006, a party served shall answer the questions within 30 days. Pursuant to RCP 4006, authorizes the court to make appropriate order if, among other things, a party fails to serve answers to discovery requests. Accordingly, Phil's respectfully requests an order of this court compelling, that should have been defendants, respectfully request an order of this court compelling Phil to answer the Scranton Times questions set 8 in full without objection within 10 days of the order being filed. And then we have a set of admissions. So admissions are just statements, yes, no, whatever. You're just admitting to stuff. On April 28th, 2023, defendant served a Phil request for admission set 5. Attached as Exhibit D is a true and correct copy of the defendant of the Scranton Times request for admissions. Phil has not responded to these requests for admissions. Phil's counsel has not requested any extension to respond to these requests. On May 15th, Scranton Times served Phil requests for admission set 6. So 5 and 6. It'll be Exhibit E, the true and correct copy of defendant's request for admissions. Phil has not responded to these requests for admission. Phil's counsel has not requested any extension to respond. So we got both sets of 8. We got admissions set 5 and set 6. On June 19, 2023, the Scranton Times served Phil's counsel with a letter stating the requests for admission set 5 and requests for admission set 6 are deemed admitted to PARCP 4014B since no responses were timely served. So Scranton Times served Coleman with a letter stating that the requests for admissions 5 and 6 are deemed admitted pursuant to RCP 4014 since no responses were timely served. Attached as Exhibit B is a true and correct copy of the letter sent to plaintiff's counsel dated June 19, 2023. Plaintiff's counsel never even responded to this letter. They're not even responding to these letters. So basically, this is like it could have said, admit that you made up these screenshots. admit that you did have sex with Bree when she was in high school. And because he's not even responding, because he doesn't respond, then under the law, they just accept them as admitted. I mean, we'll read them, but this is just wild that his lawyer won't even email him back and say, I'm trying to get him to answer. Give us a break here or anything. Pursuant to RCP 4014, defendants request that the court declare that all requests and defendants requests are in this. Okay, pursuant to RCP 4014, the Scranton Times requests that the court declare that all requests in Scranton Times request for admission set 5 and Scranton Times request for admission set 6 be deemed admitted by Phil. So they're trying to get these deemed already admitted by Phil. Wherefore, defendants Chris Kelly, the Scranton Times LP, Larry Holeva respectfully request this honorable court enter an order compelling discovery against plaintiff in the form of proposed order submitted herewith declaring the unanswered request for admissions to be deemed admitted by plaintiff and grant all such further relief as the court finds just and proper. That's where we're at so far. Let's go down to the exhibits. Okay. So this is certificate of compliance, certificate of service. Here's an email. They don't respond to any of these emails at all. Dear Attorney Coleman, yeah, we're supposed to have, if something happens, if I lose I might lose internet or power, we're supposed to have 85-mile-an-hour wind gusts tonight, straight line winds. So it's already been up in like the 40s and 50s like during the day. But from 7 p.m. tonight, which was 3 hours ago, until 7 p.m. tomorrow night, still 9 hours away, we have horrendous winds right now. So there's probably going to be a tree that falls. Hopefully it just doesn't fall on my power or my internet. Enclosed are defendants are the Scranton Times request for production of document set 8 propounded upon plaintiff. Thank you. Okay. Nothing. Email 1 of 2. Please see the attached letter from Attorney Hinton with Scranton Times request for production of documents set 8. There will be a second email with additional documents previously produced. That'll be ST3193 through ST3499. For your easy reference, they're even making it easier for them. They're saying like, you admitted here. Is that still where you? They're even bringing. They don't even have to look anything up. They're putting it all together for them. Babe, there's a sketchy tree nowhere in the campground. There's a fucking 200-year-old black locust beside us. It's not sketchy. Please see the attached letter. It'll have more documents for your easy reference with these requests. And here's email 2 of 2. And it says, thank you, Jennifer. To Phil Godlewski, defendants Chris Kelly, Times Shamrock Communications, Scranton Times, Tribune, and Larry Holeva here and after defendants, whatever. The documents and tangible things request herein produce the law offices of Haggerty, Hinton, and Cosgrove within 30 days. Each of the following requests. This is just the instruction how to fill it out, right? Defendants means Scranton Times. Plaintiffs means Phil. You means Phil. Complaint refers to the lawsuit that you filed. Terms document and documents mean any and all tangible things, and documents, whether handwritten, typed, printed, emailed, electronic, digital, taped, filmed, photostated, copied, or reproduced in any way, including but not limited to. And then it has all these exceptions. This is where Phil got in trouble with at the court, where they're like, yes, a picture of a screenshot is also communication. You have to turn that in. And we think you knew that. My favorite part of the court was when he was like, Your Honor, may I speak? And they're like, no. You whisper in your lawyer's ear. You're not a member of the bar. The only time you can speak is when you're under oath on the stand. You may not speak. And then Phil's like, okay. And he's like, this isn't the internet. So it goes over the documents, all the things, instructions, how to fill them out. This is all the shit that comes with it. And it says documents requested. During the Telegram voice chat with Savage Dog on November 26, 2021, you stated, I still have the text. In fact, I have every one of them from my trial. And every single text message, I still have them. Produce copies of the text messages you referred to in the above statement, which you made during this voice chat on November 26, 2021. He doesn't have them. These are the important ones right here, okay? Provide any and all documents or evidence which support your contention that Bree is lying about having a sexual relationship with you when she was a minor. That's number 2. Number 3, produce copies of all your monthly phone bills for your phone number 570-780-4567 from November 1st, 2008 until June 30th, 2010. If you only have some of these phone bills, you still have to produce the ones you have. Now, Phil claims he still has all the phone bills. He still has all the phone records. He still has all the messages, everything. That's what he claimed. Four. Produce any and all documents or evidence in your possession or your attorney's possession which tend to prove the purported text messages ST2790 through ST2905 are not authentic. Now, this one's a big one. Why is it a big one? Because Phil has been telling you that he and his lawyer have proven. These are the text messages when Bree was 15 years old. These are the ones from Lackawanna County DA's office. These are the ones that Phil claims are all faked by her friends because they're evil, conniving bitches or whatever he fucking said, and that his fancy private investigator proved they were all fake, and he has all the documents, and he knows, and him and his lawyer know, and everything.
President 2024 just gifted 5 subs.
Thank you very much for the gifted subs. I appreciate it. So why, if you have all this information, you can't just pop up in court and be like, surprise information, guys, making it rain. It has to come out in discovery. Phil just the other night said he has all the proof to get every text message thrown out. Every text message thrown out. His lawyer has it. They've been hiding it from the Scranton Times. Discovery's over. Discovery's over. It closed on December 31st. And Phil didn't submit a single piece of proof? Is that what's happening here? Not a single piece of proof that all those text messages are fake. Seems like he'd be ready to go right there. That's his saving grace. That's the only thing that's going to protect him. Why wouldn't he turn in all the evidence he has?
Anonymous gifted Thray from Pilly a subscription. An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to Thray from Pilly.
Thank you for the gifted sub, Anonymous. Appreciate it. If this is his saving grace, if this is his ace card, why wouldn't he produce it? These are 27. I had Jessa looked it up for me, then I looked it up myself. 2790 through 2905 Scranton Times is every text message on that spreadsheet where he's like, I came in my pants twice already. My twin brother died of a marijuana overdose or whatever the fuck they say, right? If he has this evidence, imagine this. Imagine someone comes after you and they think they've got the evidence to put you away and it looks really, really bad. Like it looks like you murdered somebody or robbed a bank or whatever. And you've got the perfect piece of evidence to refute that. And you claim that this is why you didn't get in trouble back when the crime first happened is because you got this perfect piece of evidence. And they're like, okay, well, let us see it. No. I'm not going to. I'm not even going to respond to you asking to see it. Nope. Not doing it. If he has this, what the fuck is he doing? Why wouldn't he turn it in? He claims that he has now, when I pressured him about this through a text message one time when he was talking shit, I was talking shit back to him through a text message through a Google phone number. He said, I'll send you over the documents. You tell me what you see wrong with it. And I was like, okay. He sent me the documents. I went to the phone bill that's actually in Discovery, and I matched up every message that he sent with every phone bill snippet that Bree's mom sent.
728 just gifted 10 subs.
Thank you for the gifted subs. I appreciate it. So I went through every message that was on the spreadsheet with every message that was on the phone bill that Bree's mom submitted. Every one of them matched. The timestamps, everything matched. Everything was perfect. Except one was in Zulu time and one was in Eastern time. But still, they all matched. Every one of them. Which was wild. But Phil wanted me to look that someone at the district attorney's office misspelled his name. Phil thinks that that's going to get him out of these text messages being valid. Someone who logged the data in through the Lackawanna County District Attorney's Office mistyped it. It says Gadlowski instead of Godlewski. The fuck are you talking about? That's not going to get you out of this. That's not going to help you. And his own lawyer misspelled his name last week, yes. Every message matches. Every message from his phone that was pulled forensically through Verizon, right? From Verizon's program, pulled for his phone number, not a cloned phone number. No one was cloning phones back in 2009, SIM clones and shit like that. Like, every message that Verizon said that he sent matches up with every message on Bree's phone bill to her number. And we have the text from all those messages. I came in my pants twice already. I can't believe that happened. I hate my penis sometimes. All of those. And he claims that his private investigator proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that all of those were fake. That Bree and her friends thought it would be a funny joke to ruin Phil's life. And they put all of this together and submitted it. By the way, it's like, it's so much time. It's a fucking months and months and months and months and months and months in text. I don't think you get teenagers to concentrate on anything for that long. It's also before, the text message that Phil reportedly submitted that said that Bree was going to ruin his life and take everything away from him, and he doesn't have any data from that. It's just like a screenshot. It's also before that happened. It's also before that even happened. That's weird. Then we got other ones. So he didn't produce any of that. Produce any and all documents or evidence in your possession or your attorney's possession which tend to prove the phone records marked ST 0515 0521 are not authentic. Those are some of the more recent messages. Produce any and all documents or evidence in your possession or your attorney's possession which tend to prove that phone records ST 3193, ST 3247 are not authentic. Produce any and all documents or evidence in your possession which tend to prove that phone records marked ST 3248, 3290 are not authentic. 3291 through 3332 are not authentic. He hasn't responded to any of these. Produce any and all documents or evidence in your possession, your attorney's possession, which tend to prove that phone records marked 3333 and 3375, 3376, 3418, 3419, 3499. Produce any and all documents, including screenshots showing the number of paid subscribers you had each month on locals. Not responded. Produce any and all documents regarding any payments you made to Regent University or receipts or payments. if Phil has so he claims now, he originally claimed that he only pled guilty because he does feel like he corrupted her by sending her text messages that were not sexual in any way, that had no sexual innuendo, that had nothing to do. He was just counseling her, and he believes that corrupted her, but that doesn't match the law. Then he went on to, oh, they framed me for it. Then he went on to, oh, well, I just pled guilty because they were trying to cover their own butts and didn't want a lawsuit coming, so they're going to make me plead guilty to something. Then he said his private investigator figured out all the text messages were fake, and that's why they had to drop the case and all the charges. They didn't drop shit. You took a plea deal. That's what happens in a plea deal. It's one thing to be like, they dropped all charges. Or even, we decided to go to court and they dropped all charges but one. That's a thing. But when you sign a plea deal, of course they're dropping charges. It's not the same as just saying they dropped all the charges. You took a plea deal. And for that plea, so they didn't have to go to court, they didn't have to spend the money, so they didn't have to do the research, so they didn't have to do the entire trial, they dropped some charges. You pled. That's different than they just dropped all the charges, except for one. I don't know why he won't turn this shit in. Kind of weird. Hopefully we'll have some new documents about Phil's stuff coming out. Pretty soon. We'll see. The private investigator evidence does not exist in any way, shape, or form. As far as I can tell, this private investigator evidence that proved that all the messages were faked by a bunch of little girls. I don't think that's happening. It is in discovery. He submitted that in August, but that's not what it's talking about. Her and her friend sent them, and that he didn't have sex. That's not what he's talking about. She made a post. And on this post, they were commenting that she was talking about the guy that she was sleeping with, who's a married man, married to some bitch. She wishes he would get hit by a tractor and trailer, blah, blah, blah. But it's not referencing the phone text messages. It's referencing some posts or some comments on a post on MySpace. But he did submit that back in August. The only reason you haven't seen it is because there's an emotion relevant to it. It doesn't have dates. It doesn't have timestamps. It doesn't have any backlog. It doesn't have any custody. Who the fuck knows where it came from? I don't know how much of a difference it's going to make in his trial, though. But it would seem like this mystery private investigator would show up with all his evidence and shut it all down. He should be the one that shows up with this golden get out of jail free card, wouldn't you think? Phil claims he has it and has had it since he was taken to court in 2010. And if if Phil's story was right, and the only reason that he only got morals of a minor, right? If that's the only reason he got that charge is because of the work that his private investigator did in proving these text messages were made by a bunch of little girls that somehow cloned his phone and phone number and sent these messages and got it charged on his bill and got it on Bree's bill. They couldn't have just faking screenshots. It was all on the bills, right? Somehow they cloned his phone, cloned his SIM, sent the messages, got it to logged everywhere. He never knew about it. They went through Verizon, hacked in. Maybe they're Edward Snowden's. If all that was true and his get out of jail free card was the work that this private investigator, he had to pay a lot of money for this big fancy Philadelphia private investigator. If that's true, wouldn't you think that would be the thing that he holds on to forever? I'd have that motherfucker in a safe deposit box, buried underneath the presidential bunker in fucking D.C. or some shit. Jesus Christ. Not Phil. He's like, I don't know. I was moving, and I think we lost it. Think we lost it, guys. I don't think Phil created those messages. I think there are several occasions
Hot Boaty Sauce just resubscribed for 8 months.
Thank you for the
Admit
resubscription.
You got a nasty mole Admit you got a nasty mole
There
on
you
your
go.
willy.
Nasty mole on his willy. There are several occasions, allegedly, where Phil basically did a coaching with Bree about what she needed to say so he could show it to Dory. When you remember when he's talking about in his show, he's like, "What? She sent them to me, not Dory. Why would she send them to me?" So Phil can say, look at the message he sent me. She just said, we didn't do anything sexual. He was just my grief counselor. Look. That's what those messages are, if I had to guess. But the fact that there's no chain of custody, the fact that there's no timestamps, there's no dates, there's no nothing on the first like 2 or 3 pages. I don't know how much they're going to help his case. He also wants to point to the fact that she pled the fifth. He wants to point to the fact that at some time she said it didn't happen, and at some time she said it did. Welcome to, sexual abuse victims. Like, sometimes they fucking lie and protect their abuser. Sometimes they don't. You see this in cases of fucking sexual abuse and pedophilia and incest and everything else, right? Sometimes they lie to protect their abuser, and sometimes they don't. And it can go back and forth. But I would think that if she's of sound mind at any time in her life, it's now, right? She's not looking for notoriety. Phil sued her. She's not even looking for money. Phil sued her. She's not even trying to get money off of him, right? So if she's of sound mind at any time, I would say it's now, when she's old enough to reflect. I always point back to that Facebook post, not that it's going to be in court, but it seems like she's finally dealing with it and saying, like, this guy is fucking suing me. And I let it go and let it go and let it go. And he tried to ruin my life and tell his followers this and do that. Like, I think that Facebook post is kind of the mentality that Bree's probably still in. And that was from a few months ago. So, that's the first, like, if you're cheating on your wife with somebody and they like know you have a wife or what, like they know everything that's going on, the first thing you would do is be like, hey, Carrie found out that, or Dory might think it's more than what we told her. I need you to send a text message saying, thank God we never had sex. Hey, look, she said this. I didn't even tell her to do it. Look what she said. Look what she said. Like, get the fuck out of here. But yeah, she had made a post. I think it was actually on Facebook. It's a MySpace message, but I think it was on Facebook. There's a Facebook post made, and underneath it, her and a friend of hers were talking shit, and she was talking about the married man, the married whatever that I'm sleeping with, and his fucking bitch of a wife. I hope he gets hit by a tractor and trailer. And the other girl's like, haha, that's fun. They were going back and forth talking shit, and they deleted it. And then people saw it, including Dory, or at least people that knew Dory, and told her. So then he needed this. Oh, are you retarded? I know we never had sex. I just thought that was a funny joke. Okay, got it. Sounds legit now. Anyway, I think it's very telling that Phil hasn't produced his the private investigator's the only thing. That's his new story. It was that he did corrupt her. Then it was that the DA was just out because they didn't want to get a lawsuit. Then it was that she pled the fifth. Now it's that it's private investigator proving that all the texts were fake. That's the only thing that made them drop all their charges except for one that he pled guilty to. But he seems to not be able to provide that evidence that saved his fucking life. That saved his life fucking 14 years ago. I think I would have some extra copies of that. I might make a copy and mail it to each one of my living relatives. I might buy a safe deposit box in several states and disperse it just in case. Like, if that's the only thing that kept me out of prison for this shit, of course I'd be able to find that fucking evidence. Are you kidding me? Jesus Christ. $100 million case, according to Phil, and he can't even fill out the basic paperwork. He can't provide the information that is needed to continue discovery. Discovery's closed now, and here he is. Still being Phil. Telling everybody, they'll never make it to court. I think we're going to see a summary judgment filing soon. And Hopefully the judge weighs in on that favorably. Phil's drug his feet the whole way. Phil's resisted the whole way. Phil has no respect for the court of law. Phil has no respect for the procedure. Phil has no respect for the lawyers or the judges. Phil has no respect for even fucking basic information gathering and discovery. I think if anything, it ought to be thrown out immediately on a summary judgment with prejudice. This motherfucker ought to never come back. But we'll see. I think we'll see a motion for summary judgment probably soon, within the next month. And hopefully the judge rules on that within another month and then get this motherfucker shut down. That's the Phil update. That's actually an old document that was finally uploaded correctly and had all the attachments to it. But still, Phil hasn't provided his basic defense. Imagine going to a case saying, we're killing him, but you haven't provided any evidence whatsoever. I guess all of his evidence is just him testifying, saying, no, she's crazy. We never had sex. And Dory's saying, yeah, I did apologize to her years later for not believing that she had sex with Phil. Like, I don't know. Shit's wild at this point, guys. Wild. Now let's see what else we got. We got the JasonQ video. Let's check this out. It's partway through. We're at 29 minutes and 54 seconds. This is We Not Me, JasonQ, and Jack Lander with Conan, episode 65, January 4th, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, 6 Mountain, 5 Pacific. They had to do every fucking time zone for their followers? Jesus Christ. All right, here we go. How Jason tells us how he really feels about those Khazarians.
Wipe them all out.
And what if it's from inner Earth, because they're all projecting out to the sun, and then it's shooting, right? Because they're damn near terrified because everything that they've done. I mean, you look at the.
If Phil thinks that people are talking shit about him now, if he loses that Scranton Times case, everybody that he did scare into fucking like retractions or just not speaking about, they're going to come out of the fucking woodworks. He's going to have so many new people to sue.
Vaccines and all this shit because they want to have this massive kill-off event because
his lawyer better be smart to not file any more shit until they see if they even get past the goddamn summary judgment this month or next month.
If they couldn't go, nobody gets to go. It's almost like a true psychopath, right?
True psychopath.
I mean, and then this.
So if the cabal doesn't get to ascend to 5D, nobody gets to. Yes, by the way, we are funded by viewers like you. If you'd like to contribute to the show, go to coldbeer.fund, coldbeer.fund. Buy me a coffee is probably the easiest one to send, unless you want to do audio or video, and you can use this link for dono clip. There's also a yellow button down here at the very bottom, just above the purple here, that just says donate. That's to privately donate. I'll get an email with your name. You can even leave a nice message if you want to, but it won't pop up on the screen and make sounds and stuff. I know some people don't like interrupting the show or don't want their name on the screen. You can just use this yellow button. All these other buttons here are ways to donate and make an alert come up on the screen if that's something you're into.
So we remember.
Sorry, Jay. Just to wrap up on that is, so we differ on the Jewish thing, and that's fine.
Oh no, it's not. That's your first mistake. Have you ever seen the old man? He used to be in a show on with Tits McGee and the old guy Skeletor that was a country music singer, and he disagreed one time on Flat Earth, and Jason shut down the whole goddamn show. Tits McGee was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And Skeletor, the country singer, was like, hey, I did the research. I just don't believe it. Jason shut down it. Nobody could talk. Nobody. It's over. Until Jason runs everybody off. Skeletor went first, then Tits McGee. Even her son was crying in the background. You cannot disagree, and that's fine. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I can't rap. I forgot to respond, but I did read it. I can't rap.
And then this. So we remember.
Sorry, Jay. Just to wrap up on that is, so we differ on the Jewish thing, and that's fine. But think about it. If there are,
look, okay. Now I want you to watch. He said, we differ on the Jewish thing, and that's fine. So this guy, he doesn't hate all the Jews. Jason does. Watch the meltdown that Jason Q has before he gets a chance to speak. He's moving his hands. He's shaking his head. He's sweating bullets. Look at it. Watch him up here in this corner.
You know, many good Jewish people. Who would be able to tell that? Only God would be able to tell.
Watch.
Hey, this person survived, they're good. You know, like this
They-
person survived, they're bad. But Jay,
Look at
take it
look
to
at-
another religion.
Look at him. Look at
If
him.
the Catholics are bad, they're gone
Hell no.
too.
Hell no.
So,
Hell no.
You know, if we just harp on one religion.
Look at him. Look at him. Look at him.
Okay. Let's calm down because
He has to talk him.
because you know what?
He's got to talk himself down. Okay. I'm not going to fire up my backyard concentration camp. Calm down a little bit. Don't even have the Cyclone B yet.
It's not my fault that all these people want to be friends with all these Jews. Oh yeah, they're all such good people. Now, see what happens. Ask any of them what's going on right now with what they feel about fucking what's going on over there.
Yeah.
Ask
Jay, I'm just saying that if you lump everybody
You're not just saying. You're not just saying. You're triggering him.
in to a group,
This is not that bad of a take, right? Like, it can't be all Jews. It can't be all white people. It can't be all black people. It can't be all bank tellers. It can't be all police officers. It can't be all of anything. Nope. Ask any of them what they think about what's going on over there right now.
you're no better than Hillary Clinton saying that we're all deplorables.
My God.
you.
Jason, bro, chill. It was just chill. He said if you say all Jews are bad, that's like Hillary Clinton saying all Trump supporters are deplorables. You, Jack, if that is your real name, what is it, Jackelstein? Oh, here we go. Back up a little bit. Let's hear it again.
Calm down because you're not, because you know what? It's not my fault that all these people want to be friends with all these Jews. Oh yeah, they're all such good people.
Listen.
Now, see what happens. Ask any of them what's going on right now with what they feel about fucking what's going on over there.
Yeah.
Ask
Jay, I'm just saying that if you lump everybody in to a group, you're no better than Hillary Clinton saying that we're all deplorables.
fuck you. What about the synagogue of
How?
How do you figure the synagogue of Satan? If they worship fucking Satan, so that means there's good ones?
Yeah, but Jay, you're saying that Jews are the only ones. I'm saying that there are.
Not only are I messed up. Not only are there
One simple but
probably
brilliant
good
trick to heat
people
your home in 90
in the
seconds and save
Luciferian
thousands of
Church of
dollars on your heating
Satan,
bill.
This.
but most of them don't even worship Satan. It's a big troll to show that just because you're Christian, you don't get your own way every time. It's a fucking troll. If you want to put up a statue of Jesus at the courthouse, that's fine. But just to show how absurd that is, we're going to put up a fucking statue of Satan. You don't get your way all the time. Most of them don't worship any entity. It's a big fucking internet troll. And Tucker Carlson and all his fucking followers can't figure it out. Sorry, I accidentally clicked off. I'll have to watch it again.
So we remember.
Sorry, Jay. Just to wrap up on that is, so we differ on the Jewish thing, and that's fine. But
So the Church of Satan or the Luciferian Church of Satan is a big fucking troll. They don't worship Satan. One of the trolls they did was they believe that abortion should be available. So when Texas banned abortion, but they made another law that says no one can ban any religious practices because they were afraid Christians were going to be persecuted. They come in and said abortion is one of our religious practices. When a Christian organization went to a school and disguised as after-school care started preaching hellfire and brimstone to students, then they stood up and said, well, we as the Luciferian Church of Satan need an after-school program. We're going to bring in tutors and STEM instructors. Like, it's a troll. It's to keep the reins on everybody else.
Think about it. If there are, many good Jewish people, who would be able to tell that? Only God would be able to tell. Hey, this person survived, they're good. Like this person survived, they're bad. But Jay, take it to another religion. If the Catholics are bad, they're gone too. So, if we just harp on one religion.
Hillary Clinton.
Let's calm down, because you know what? It's not my fault that all these people want to be friends with all these Jews. Oh yeah, they're all such good people. Now, see what happens.
See what happens.
Ask any of them what's going on right now with what they feel about fucking what's going on over there.
Over there. That's right.
Jay, I'm just saying that if you lump everybody in to a group, you're no better than Hillary Clinton saying that we're all deplorable.
Fuck you. What about the synagogue?
By the way, Jason used to just talk about Khazarians. Now he's basically moved it to all Jews. There are no good Jews. And he never shows that picture of Trump with the yarmulke on at the Wailing Wall. It's weird. He never shows that picture.
Oh.
How do you figure? The synagogue of Satan, if they worship fucking Satan, so that means there's good ones?
Yeah, but Jay, you're saying that Jews are the only ones. I'm saying that there are some Jews, and there are Catholics, and there are Christians, and there are other people.
Hold on a second.
Hold on. Back it up.
Yeah.
Back that thing up. Use a big, fine Jewish woman. Back that thing up.
Go ahead. And don't tell me to fuck off, man. I don't need that shit.
Well, too bad.
Oh, don't tell me to fuck off. He didn't. He said, fuck you, first of all, which is worse than fuck off. And too bad.
If you're going to sit here and do the research on the fucking Jews, you would know that they're fucking no good. None of them are. I don't care if someone...
I told you, all Jews. Even if you just married a Jewish man and you just got married yesterday and decided that, oh, well, I'm just going to take his religion. You're bad.
He says, oh, that person's good. No, none of them are. None. It's zero.
Then what about all the Catholics? They're the ones running the whole thing.
That's a very good point. Loved 1965 says, I bet everyone has a bit of Jew in them. I know I do. I hate to spend money.
Catholics, they're gone too. They all follow fucking the same religion. They're gone. The Jews know that they're worshiping fucking Satan. With their fucking blood libel, with all their fucking Passover. So now we're just going to say, oh, well.
And you don't think the Pope and all the bishops?
Isn't Passover very specifically in the Bible?
And the Cardinals don't know that?
They're all doing the same fucking thing.
That's what I'm saying, is that you're focusing on one. I'm talking about, hey, if you're going to say that these people worship Satan, then you have to go through the other religions and realize just how bad those people are. I've
already done that. Ad nauseum. But the thing is, everything that keeps on coming up, fucking Jews.
Look at him. He's spinning around. Jews. The fuck? Jews.
Because they fucking lied about everything in history to rewrite it so they could be the fucking ones that own 2,000 fucking Goyim slaves. I don't see Catholics around saying, "Oh, that guy's a Goyim. He's a fucking beast." Or better yet, Jack, you know what? Let's do this because all of a sudden it's someone good. Well, you know what? Let's just fucking take a nice little trip down memory fucking.
Okay, we're going down Jewish memory lane. Jewish memory lane. Here we go.
Lane with everything that's good, right? Because oh my God, they're the fucking greatest, right? It's like
I never said that. Don't put words in my mouth.
Oh, they're the fucking greatest, right? I love me some Jew penis. What's that? An uncircumcised dick? I wouldn't suck it. clean it up a little, give it a little black tie look. Put it in my mouth. That's what he said, Jason. Don't let him off easy.
No, I did not say that. I'm saying that you're lumping every one of them in, and you're saying that every single one is bad.
Oh no, we went to full screen.
Fucking read that nice and slow so that everybody can fucking see. You tell me the fucking Jewish custom.
And this guy represents every Jewish person on earth.
It's a Jewish custom.
I'm pretty sure that back in fucking back in the olden times, when anybody said something about a religion that was opposite of yours, it would probably people spit on the ground. Someone's Allah. I don't worship Allah. Oh, Jesus. I don't worship Jesus. It's a good time to mention that spitting near priests or churches is an ancient Jewish custom, and there's even a special blessing in Jewish law that should be recited when you see a church.
Doesn't mean you follow it. Do you go to? What religion were you brought up?
None.
All right, I was baptized Catholic.
I just go around to random churches and spill my seed on the ground.
I have never gone.
Honestly, I only do that because I put enough in bellies of whores. So I figured better get potato, get them all checked off, right?
On to Ash Wednesday.
Okay, but
Never gone to Mass. So
Okay,
I'm bad at.
hold on. Do you have Catholic law? No, but they have Jewish law. Special blessing in Jewish law, you see.
Yeah, they have Catholic law. They have Christian law. Yeah, they do. Yes, they do. Just because traditional Judaism is still very much tied to the traditional ways. If you went to full Orthodox Christian, they have a bunch of fucking laws. Some of them even observe the meals they can eat and shit, like with fucking cloven hoof and all that shit, seafood.
See what's inside it when you see a church. We've seen these fuckers do it. I'm done with the fucking sleeper cell kikes. They all gotta go.
Oh my God. Jason, no. That one just slipped out. That's as bad as Atsuko saying noggins the other day. I couldn't believe her. Spicy Atsuko over here throwing out the N-word.
Fuck them. If people don't like it, don't fucking watch. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if it's fucking 10 people. I don't care if anybody on here likes me. They're fucking evil.
You don't even care if it's 10 people. How many people watch you at a time? 11? What kind of threat is that? You don't like me, don't watch me. I don't care if it's all 10 of you. What?
Once you fucking actually dig down and research and fucking learn about it instead of having blinders on because, I've got two friends. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, I've got two friends.
Hot Boaty Sauce just gifted 5 subs.
Thank you for the gifted subs. You wouldn't believe how often I do that. Anytime the Jehovah's Witnesses see me, I'm like, I got two friends, and just keep on walking. My wife is available. And then I always send them to Mariah. She still gets the newsletter.
Fuck. I'm gonna fuck with two friends.
I do. Because I know these people. All right?
Patience. Well, guess what?
There's your problem. There's your problem. You got Jew friends. I hate to say it, but I think you might love Jews.
Hey, hopefully when the fucking knife comes in your fucking bed.
This is so fucking crazy. By the way, we don't condone, endorse, support anything here. This guy is just a fucking lunatic.
Hey, don't fucking say, I told it. Hey, we told you so. All of them. They're all backstabbers, including some of the ones that we know.
I think Jason's bad buddy is a fleshlight.
Like, personally, no. After finding out today.
Who?
Some people we know.
Some people we know. Who we know?
That'll be
Jared Kushner.
coming out soon.
His wife. Ivanka.
Then, got
Donald Trump at the Wailing Wall. Yeah, I might not be quoting their name exactly right, but there's like, so listen, there's like these LARPers who believe they're worshiping Satan, but it's kind of a joke. They're so small. And then there's actually this Church of Satan that is just a big troll. Like, they don't worship Satan. They don't read any fucking satanic Bible. All they do is try to put, not just Christianity. Obviously, Christianity is a big religion, so they end up pointing out the hypocrisy and the government between Christianity all the time. But they'll do other religions too. Like if like Islamic religion is trying to put something in place that kind of violates the separation of church and state, they'll say, well, you have to include us too. We're a religion. I can't remember the name of the two.
Hold on. Hold on.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. He's pulling up his Jew almanac. Oh, shit. The fuck? Oh, that was it. I thought I just opened up something. I was like, what the fuck did I just click on? Do you think you could find a video of someone who claims to be a Christian or a Muslim or a Buddhist saying something really nasty about some other religion as well? Obviously. Everybody in my hometown, including the fucking meth heads and the fucking thieves and the shit, they all claim that they're Christian. Every one of them. You'll see them on Facebook posting about how they just found God and they're so glad they've been forgiven of their sins and they're on the straight and narrow path. And then you'll see them in the busted paper 2 weeks later for breaking into a car for an ashtray full of change. Like, of course.
רגע, זה מה שאני רוצה להבין. רגע, שקט. אז כן, מה כתוב? זה מה שאני לא מבין. כתוב שאתם תלויים אדם.
How we can find, just like the, what's that guy that we were just talking about that made the documentary about, damn it, about the Jews, I think. It's not, what's his name? It's the one that uses the F slur all the time. Hold on. Not him. Damn it, we've watched him a bunch of times and I can't remember his name. The crazy guy that he just made that documentary. Hell, we even had Westboro Baptist Church. You guys don't remember them? They claim to be the true worshipers of Jesus Christ. There's Aaron Thompson, but that's not the one I'm talking about. Aaron Thompson's the big fat guy. I don't know. I'll find it in a second. Phelps was the Westboro, right?
והגויים לא קרויים אדם, זה מה שאני...
לא קרויים?
לא קרויים אדם, לא קוראים להם אדם.
אוקיי, אז מה קוראים להם?
אדם זה אדם העליון. אדם הוא בן אדם שהוא שונה מהבהמה.
אדם זה על שם הדמל העליון. אדם זה כביכול הדמל האלוקי. אוקיי? זה פירוש אדם. אנחנו הפכנו את זה, זאת אומרת העם הפך את זה. האדם בן אדם כבר אתה בן...
I think it was Brad Barton that shared the document. It was the documentary Brad Barton shared. What was the name of it? About the Jewish people. And he's like, you all aren't ready for it. He's the one who made it. I'll keep looking.
בן אדם, אתה צריך להתנהג כמו בן אדם. אבל העיקרון זה על שם עליון. אדם זה הדמה לעליון, מכיוון שאנחנו בנים של...
Steven Anderson. Steven Anderson, I think's his name. He claims to be a true worshiper of Jesus Christ. Yeah, this guy. Hold on. I couldn't think of how to describe him. He's just so fucking plain. This guy. You remember him? I know it's probably small on your phones. I thought this picture was going to be bigger. It's not. There he is. Steven Anderson. He's just so fucking plain looking. I don't know.
אז הוא קרא לנו בני אדם. עכשיו, הגויים מה שאין, כן? אלוקים עשה אותם בשביל שיעשו פה...
בשביל לשרת את היהודים. כל הגויים שאתה רואה שיש בעולם, המיליארדים האלה, הם הכל רק בשביל שהיהודים יהיה להם איזה תועלת.
עכשיו,
אנחנו לא רואים את זה, אנחנו לא יודעים בדיוק.
היות ואנחנו בגלות, אז אוטומטי עדיין הם עוד לא משרתים אותנו לגמרי, רק חלקית.
כל אחד יהיה לו, כשהוא יבוא, אז כל אחד יהיה לו כמה מהם.
The Satanic Temple. The Satanic Temple organizers say they do not believe in Satan and shouldn't be confused with other satanic religions. Instead, the group says it advocates for the separation of church and state the way it's supposed to be and empathy for all, including all religions. It's about supporting human rights. It's about supporting women's bodily autonomy. It's about freedom of religion, freedom from religion. Most don't believe in Satan, not a literal Satan. It's not some 1980s horror film.
בינתיים המשיח לא כאן, אז איך הם משרתים אותנו?
הם בונים לנו רכבים, דירות, בניינים. הם בונים את זה. לנו. משרתים את זה.
You don't think you could find a Christian preacher talking about fucking Mexicans building all the houses and serving for the Jews? They pick our fruits. They build our houses. They mow our yards. I guarantee you I could find one.
Serve the Jews, right?
Yeah, and that whole religious sect, that Jewish sect, started in the late 1800s.
Yep. So all of a sudden, there's all these fucking good Jews out there. Well, if they're calling...
It was after Tucker Carlson had the leader of the church on there saying, you're going to be teaching kids about... And I researched this story, and I wouldn't lie to you a bit. What happened was a middle school started an after-school program that was funded by a church. And it wasn't at the church. It was in the school. And this church, under the guise of helping kids with homework and stuff, was actually in there preaching to these students. And some of the parents became concerned. Maybe they're not religious. Maybe they're not Christian. Maybe they're whatever. But they didn't want this pastor and youth pastor to be in there saying they were tutoring kids and actually preaching to these kids. And they sent them home with like some pamphlets and shit, all about religion, nothing about tutoring. So the church approached the same school and said, if you let a Christian group start an after-school program, you have to let us start an after-school program. It's already funded. I think they allotted like $50,000 for the rest of the school year. It was for tutors that had no affiliation with the church, just to hire tutors and bring in STEM teachers that teach you like science and math and all that shit, science, technology, and math. STEM teachers to teach STEM because that's a huge group. That's a huge section of what they say a lot of kids need to learn right now because that's what a lot of jobs are focused on. And Tucker Carlson brought him on just because their name was the Satanic Temple. And he's like, oh, what are you going to be doing? Reading the Bible, the Satanic Bible to him? He's like, no, we're going to be tutoring kids. We hired 5 tutors and 3 STEM instructors that we don't even know them. Like we found them online from their resume. They're not part of the church. And he's like, oh, what's next? You're going to make them draw a Baphomet? No. The problem is no one wants to say, hey, when Christianity's in there indoctrinating kids in the school, that's fine. But when any other name comes in, whoa, what are you doing there? Like, there has to be some type of separation and they have to be equal under the law, no matter what you call your religion. Remember the episode where, if you guys ever watch Family Guy, remember the episode of Family Guy where Peter starts a new religion that worships the fawns from Happy Days? That's what it reminds me of. People fucking freaking out.
Themselves Jews, they're already putting themselves above you. Do we understand that now? We're
Tucker Carlson was all he was doing on his show when he was still on Fox was he was fear baiting. He was fear porn. That's all it was. The guy was saying we're hiring tutors and STEM teachers, and he's going, "Oh, they're going to read the Satanic Bible? What's next? You planning on doing animal sacrifices?" And the guy's like, "No, it doesn't have anything to do with that." Just over and over again. And he would say something about like tutors, and then Tucker Carlson would cut him off and stream some type of satanic panic shit. It was ridiculous.
where's this person from? You know, my grandfather, he came from Poland, but I'm American. I was born in America, raised in America. I'm American. I'm not Polish American. I'm American. So when you ask them, it's like, well, what do they talk about white people? They're not white. They're Jewish. What do you mean? No, we're Jewish. That's it. They go by their fucking false religion.
Is it a problem if someone wants to identify not by the color of the skin, but by their religion? Would you have the same problem if someone came up and said, "Hey, let's put all the white people in this line and the black people in this line," and the guy said, "Hey, we're all Christians here. Like, we can just go into the church in the same line." You know, would that be an issue?
Every single one of them. Not one of them ever say that they're American or this or that. They're Jewish.
Yeah, and that is one of the main problem is they have no nationalism. It's all focused on religion. You know, if you meet a person who's Catholic in the U.S., what?
They don't have.
Can I not talk without you fucking giving me attitude?
Because you're fucking retarded with this. You want to fucking.
How am I retarded with this? You think every Jewish person's bad?
Yes.
Did you know that there's another sect of Jewish people who consider everybody Jewish? They don't have a problem with anybody who's Muslim or anything else, and they don't practice this satanic worship.
Of course.
They also kind of troll the IRS. If you ever follow them, they troll the IRS too because they got recognition from the IRS as being a religion, and they talk about how absurd that is. Like they claim they're not a religion. They don't worship any theistic body, and they worship any god, any Satan, anything. But they talk about how absurd they were able to get IRS exemption.
Of course, because let's face it.
Of course.
They haven't been out there and fucking whatever they say. Oh, well, let's believe them because, we haven't fucking taken a knife in the back by any of them in over fucking history.
Oh, God. Conan left. Conan's out. He does not do the Jew chat.
Fucking 30 times they've been fucking thrown out because
we didn't get stabbed in the back by our own people. George Bush.
Jews.
George Bush.
America. The British.
George Bush.
He's a fucking Jew.
George Bush. Hold on, I like that. Let's watch where Conan drops.
Fucking taking a knife in the back by any of them in over fucking history. The 30 times they've been fucking thrown out because
we didn't get stabbed in the back by our own people. George Bush.
Jews.
George Bush.
America. The British.
George Bush.
He's a fucking Jew. Why do you think George Bush made a deal with fucking that other fucking kike made the no-hide laws here?
Oh my God. Oh my God, dude. Jesus. George Bush was a big proponent of like Billy Graham. And was a Protestant, I guess, if anything. A conservative Christian is what he called himself. Yeah, I think he went to the Episcopal Church, Episcopal Church, and then become a Methodist after that or some shit.
So you tell me that who's fucking Jewish and who's not. Just go ahead.
So anybody, here's how Jason decides. anybody that he thinks has ever done anything bad to the United States, Jew.
He goes to temple every week.
What?
He goes to temple every week.
No.
He
They
reads the Torah. He does all that.
No. They don't have to worship Satan.
Right. So
They worship Satan. Why would they go to the temple? Idiot. Oh, did I mute it somehow? I'm sorry.
Zionist, right?
No. Ashkenazi, Khazarian, oh my God. Have you not thought, here, let's dig out the schizophrenia gene. Why not?
Let's get out the schizophrenia gene, he said.
Or better yet, just, why don't we just bring this up? Because, maybe you could read this, because,
Dude, why are you so mad at me?
You're so fucking dumb, Jack. You obviously don't know Jason Q. Are you kidding me? This is the guy that tracked me down because I felt like he was on meth to tell me that he was in the Union 8 years ago. He might show up at your fucking house with a burning Star of David, brand you with it. Who knows?
Because I'm disagreeing with you on some things?
no.
I mean, you're telling me to fuck off and you're yelling at me?
He didn't say fuck off. He said fuck you specifically.
Like, do you think that's respectful at all? I respect what you're bringing forward. I happen to disagree with it, and you're telling me to fuck off. What is that?
Yes. What did you miss here, Jack?
Because you don't fucking dig, you don't fucking listen.
Oh, I don't dig?
Yeah.
Or listen. Or listen. Jason's the busiest beaver.
You don't dig.
Oh, really?
Look at the Jew shit. Read it.
I have been reading it.
Read Jason's shit.
It's not my main focus.
Well, maybe you should focus instead of fucking saying, well, just read. It's like I would stick to the people that actually dug into this shit.
Yeah, and I actually know these people, and I have. Do you know what Polmetics is? Do you know what Polmetics is?
This is going to be bad.
Polmetics is a Jewish argument from Spain where these rabbis were getting kicked out for just what you were saying, bloodletting, and they came up with, it doesn't matter what you say or what you do. The only thing that matters is winning the argument. Doesn't matter if you disparage somebody's character. It doesn't matter if you destroy their life.
Oh.
It doesn't, and that is what
Oh, I knew that.
they were doing to Trump. That's Polmetics. So don't tell me I haven't done my fucking research.
So you would be familiar with Godwin's law then, right?
Huh?
No, I don't know Godwin's law.
Meaning that any fucking argument that's online that actually it all goes back to Hitler and calling people Nazis.
Okay.
That's about 90% meme, but thank you. Godwin's law is not that anything that's online, it goes back to Nazis. It's basically that the anonymity of being online. Once a group or movement or whatever that's online gets large enough, it will attract Nazis, like neo-Nazis online. It's partly meme, partly true. As online discussion grows, and the longer it's around, the probability of comparison involving Nazis or Hitler approaches an absolute of 1. Even if it starts at 0, as an online discussion or debate or whatever grows, the longer it's available, and the probability of comparison involving Nazis eventually approaches 1.
I've heard you talk about it. Sure.
So who are the Nazis? Have we gone?
He's going to say the Jews. The Nazis are the Jews. If you guys haven't heard this, I know it's hard to keep up with. Anybody who ever did anything bad, the Jews. No, he's going to say that the Nazis were actually funded by the UK or whatever, and they're a fall man, and the Nazis or the Jewish people weren't persecuted. It was actually Christians, and that they changed all this, and the Holocaust is a lie. What he's going to say.
Yes, Jason, I'm not arguing with you on that, okay? But Polmedics is exactly what the deep state was doing to Trump. They were lying about him. They were calling him, they were calling him everything in the book, lying about him, destroying their life, and that comes from that sect of rabbis in Spain in the 1500s.
I guess that's before they got fucking thrown on their fucking asses out in Spain, huh? Wonderful.
That's why they got thrown out. They had to go make this argument, I believe, in France.
So now you see why they don't have a nationality. Because they don't have a fucking...
Yes.
Nobody fucking likes them.
Right.
Now they're bonding a little bit.
When are we going to get that? When are we going to get through our thick fucking heads that there's...
Any religion that is still very orthodox, very based in like the old ways, like, well, they did it 200 years ago like this, so that's the way we still do it, is going to have issues. Mariah's family grew up in like a fucking apostolic, fucking weird ass church. Can't cut your hair, can't wear makeup, all skirts, all that. And they had some really, really fucking backwards beliefs. Can't watch TV, it'll steal your soul. Any religion that's super orthodox, depending on how old the religion is. I guess if you started one today, it wouldn't be that bad, maybe. But if it's super orthodox, like relying on the old way and the old interpretation and the old whatever, a lot of religions have come like have come up in time and changed and with the way that the world has changed. But any of them that's based in like a super traditional sect is going to have super crazy traditional beliefs.
There's a reason why they've been thrown out of 1,030 fucking places, but yet we still fall for the same fucking shit over and over and over again.
Yeah. Well,
her fucking Mariah's family's preacher was a guy named Rick Strawcutter. He's a goddamn lunatic. I'd love to interview him sometime. I've been begging him for an interview for years. He won't fucking come on. He's actually agreed to it twice. Both times he bailed.
One of their best tricks is to steal people's identity. They have no pride.
His name is Rick Strawcutter. Look him up. Rick Strawcutter.
In name. So wherever they go, they will be a chameleon. They don't care that your last name is Januszewski or Lander or Ferte.
By the way, oh shit! I hate how fucking it does that. Jason has a very Jewish last name. Janowiski?
Zero. That's on you.
Secret as they can. They have no pride in...
Ass out in Spain, huh? Wonderful.
Okay, here's where we are.
Thrown out.
For some reason, Rumble's delayed, and I like to scroll up and click on it to make it play. And if I scroll up, even though see this seek bar, even though that disappears, if I don't scroll up fast and click too quick, it'll go to wherever I'm seeking at. And I fucking hate it.
They had to go make this argument, I believe, in France.
So now you see why you don't have a national...
He's Janowiski from Poland. I think he's just a self-hating Jew.
Because they don't have a fucking...
Yes.
Nobody fucking likes them.
Right.
I mean, when are we going to get that? When are we going to get through our thick fucking heads that there's a reason why they've been thrown out of 1,030 fucking places, but yet we still fall for the same fucking shit over and over and over again?
Yeah. Well, one of their best tricks is to steal people's identity.
So the Protocols of the Elders of Zion, if you've never heard about it, it is a very anti-Jewish propaganda piece. It's notorious for being anti-Jewish propaganda that was widely distributed, and it had all these crazy conspiracies in it. Jason believes them all. Like that's basically his handbook for how the Jews are ruining the world. It was written as if it's minutes from meetings of Jewish leaders. So that's why it's got such a weird name, the Protocols of the Elders of Zion. So this would be like the Elders of Zion meet, and someone's writing down like the minutes that went on during the meeting, right? So it's written as if that, and it includes secret plans for the Jews to rule the world by controlling the economy and the media and fostering conflict in other religions and groups of people and kind of controlling those, okay? It was huge during the Bolshevik period in Russia and Revolution. Then it went all through Europe, all through America, South America. It went all over the world, right? Even in the early 1900s, there was like Arabic versions of it. So even Henry Ford was publishing articles that he believed, that he read. He was publishing articles that had ties back to the protocols in local papers in Dearborn, Michigan. And there's still these prints that are around. Not long after it started circulating, though, a paper in England, the London Times, basically did the legwork and had proof that it was just all fucking made up. It was plagiarism ripped from multiple places. Like it wasn't even good made up. Like someone just made it up. They actually plagiarized different conspiracy theories from other places and drew them all together, and word for word, line for line, plagiarized, like stole the text and put it in these copies because they couldn't even make it up themselves. A lot of the plagiarism came from a French play, a satire play about, not about Jews, but about like cabal underworld people that run the government. But it was a comedy. It was satire, and they basically just stuck the Jews in there. It's basically been widely debunked. The Nazis used it. Basically, everybody's used it that hates Jews.
They have no pride in name. So wherever they go, they will be a chameleon. They don't care that your last name is Januszewski or Lander or Ferte. They'll change it. They have no pride in their hierarchy of their family, in their ancestry.
Januszewski is what he called him. Janowiski, I think's the name, his last name.
And so they have been able to infiltrate everywhere by doing so and keeping their religious practices, that satanic worship that you're talking about, secret.
Ever wonder why it came out as JasonQ instead of just Jason Janzowitzki? Makes you wonder.
As they can. It always comes out, but that's how they've been able to do it.
They all do it.
And all of the kings and queens went soft because they owed them money from all of the wars that they had to borrow money from them.
Yeah. So now, so it's 100% all of them. If you don't feel that way, that's on you. But everything that we dug into here, highlighted, fucking everything.
Even the book is circulated between like extremists, like even in countries that have hardly any Jews in it, like Japan is one of the lowest. It's one of the lowest countries that actually has Jews, but has one of the lowest populations, and it's circulated there. It's used a lot by Holocaust deniers and shit. Like the book's everywhere.
They can all fuck off, and they will, because that's the whole Anunnaki. They want to sit here and
they're the Anunnaki.
Fucking worship their fucking Elohim and all this shit and their fucking gods. Fuck them. Because I have no fucking love for not one of them. None. Zero. That includes people I know. Don't care.
He hates even the Jews he knows.
Down to it, they'll fucking stab us right in the back just like anybody else.
Wait, just like anybody else or just like Jews? Because if anybody would do it, what's the point of focusing on Jewish people?
Man, people will stab you in the back that you think you're friends for fucking 50 years. It doesn't matter what religion they are.
Oh, shit! You started again, Jack!
These guys, the one thing you should know that it's coming from them. That's something that you should know by now.
You should know it's them in charge of this. How could you be a Jewish person and be friends with Jason? You just haven't seen any of his content or what?
Oh. This.
I like how they knowledge test each other. Do you know Goodwin's Law?
So there's this video about the Rothschild Jack, right? Now,
Fuck
there's
you,
one
Jack.
thing that's disturbing about it is that they have all these Roman busts of like Caesar and all that, but they all have demons on their chest. Have you seen those?
No. And this is the Rothschild's house?
They've made up now because Jack said you got to realize that it's everything's coming from the Jews.
This just came out yesterday.
Here we go.
Show us.
It's even only shared by an only Spanish speaking Twitter profile, so this should be good. I'm sure no one's ever reported on to Zoom. They only have like 10,000 followers on this channel. Jason Q he's got a super dedicated following, and a lot of people will reference him and like a snippet that he did or whatever, but not a whole lot of people watch his whole show 'cause he's so fucking manic. I just bet nobody's reported him yet.
Boom, 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 and boom.
And boom. Here we go. Looking for demons. There's a demon. I see it.
Oh, man. Jesus. Is that St. Valentine? Or no, Poseidon? Is that like a baby Poseidon?
They're one and the same.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's...
Oh, they're one and the same. Saint Valentine, Poseidon, same guy. Satan.
Oh,
that's... they have to be. I mean, Poseidon is one of the angriest, meanest gods out there. And he rules the sea, but he also might rule Earth, the whole Terra, just like the devil.
But the thing is, remember, they own the seas, right?
Mm-hmm.
So who does Soros take orders from? Takes orders from P. Correct?
Oh, while we're on
Right.
seas. Oh, I forgot. I need to cover some Ryan Upchurch, but that'll give me a copyright strike. I might cut the YouTube replay before we do some Ryan Upchurch if we have time tonight.
Yeah.
Extraterrestrial? Terrestrial? Ryan thinks the only possible reason for the word extra is to mean more. It can't mean like outside of or beyond. It has to mean more.
Oh, that's painful.
Mythology, huh? It was never mythology. And this collection, it's the RR collection.
Where is that?
The Rothschilds. It's their whole exhibit of all their artwork.
Oh, like a wing in a museum or something?
And the thing is, some of it you see tags on, right? Like you could buy it. I don't know why. I mean, who's gonna want to own some of the shit? But when you start seeing the statues bust coming up, you'll notice something very, very peculiar.
But you just told us they all got demons on their chests.
Notice anything different, huh?
Black guys.
Yeah.
You know what? Man, to go along with that, one of the things that people think about when the Roman Senate is, and I don't know if this might be Greek, but I know in the Roman Senate it was so big, and they had, what you consider black guys from the Roman Empire that are down in, what would be Nigeria today or things like that. So they had all different races from all over the Roman Empire represented in the Senate.
And also,
I mean, that's more black guys than we've had in the U.S. Senate in like 50 years.
Yeah. Wasn't Scipio Africanus black?
I want to say he was. Yeah.
And what about
he was.
Hannibal?
Yeah, Hannibal was black. Yeah, and so was his father, obviously, Hamilcar Barca.
What if these two?
Hannibal was black.
Right.
Because they were from Carthage. They weren't. They weren't Arab, but they were actually black. They were black guys. Yeah.
I think they're a lot more than. Oh, damn it! Hold on.
Oh yeah, and everybody.
Sure, these people are the. I do not think that there should be, internet censorship or restrictions, but they're the poster child for someone just because I don't do anything that requires censorship. They're the poster child for people needing censorship.
In the chat, hey, Jason and I get upset. This is a hot button issue that is a power.
But they're best friends. Fuck you, Jack.
Okay, even for us. So we'll go back and forth and we'll punch each other's guts out verbally.
Yeah.
But
I bet you all beat each other's guts up.
it's over. You know, it's over. We see each other's point and we also get mad at each
Talking about how gay the Jews are.
other because, you know, it's something we
Stick it in my ass if you think Jews are gay. Oh, like Eric Cartman.
disagree on.
I mean,
And it's such a powder keg of a thing. And I've forgotten it. So, you know.
It is what it is. But yeah, I mean, once we come up with this other shit, Jack, this video, I mean.
Oh, back to the video. See the demon on his chest? Boom. It doesn't exist. See the demon on his chest? Not there either. I'm almost certain we're going to see some type of symbol that was very commonly used. And JasonQ is going to tell us it's some demon. I don't know. I haven't seen this part.
What the?
It looks like the depiction of a murder or something. Hell, it could even be Cain and Abel. If we're talking about Roman, fucking Constantine came in during the Roman Empire, right?
He's eating him?
He's eating him.
He's like digging.
Well, let's say he's picking him up, maybe even fighting him. The other guy has a stick. This could be any story. This could be the gods fighting. You know, the fucking mythology gods fight all the fucking time. This could be anything.
His teeth right into his
chest. Yeah.
Oh man.
This is art. I mean, what?
And, you know, it goes.
Yeah, it's beautiful, to be honest with you. Especially when you think that this was made fucking thousands of years ago. Pretty wild.
Along with this, because you see the tags that buy this stuff. The Rothschilds don't sell anything. They're not going to do that. And they had a huge auction at, I think it was Sotheby's in New York. Like all these pieces from the 1800s, you know, tens of millions of dollars worth of artwork, furniture. The Rothschilds, kings don't auction off things. They don't have to. They'll just put it in a different house and they'll, give it to their great-great-grandson and, here's another mansion. They don't do things like this. This is a major tell, just like that auction was a few months ago.
Yeah, and the thing.
Yep. Just because you're rich doesn't mean you don't ever sell anything. I'm sure they do.
And when I saw these tags, I'm like, I didn't know.
First of all, these could just be collection tags. It tells you the collection, when it first arrived, dates, but this doesn't mean it's for sale. But I'm sure they auction off pieces.
But I see a barcode on there. I'm like, but if people are going through here and taking videos, that's like, right there, he's eating them again. Unless, you got like, three.
That's the exact same.
Pose, isn't it? Basically, on that thing on the left, it's him biting into his chest or his abdomen or whatever that.
He doesn't have a stick that time.
Solar plexus.
Maybe he's just picking him up. Maybe he's giving him an airplane ride.
Yeah, and of course, it's
Mariah sometimes gives me a mustache ride.
over here, salt cellar, which.
Oh, that's good.
Oh.
Yeah,
you gotta love this.
What's wrong with salt cellars?
Mythology, right?
Yeah.
See his carry right there?
Are those like giant bones?
Yep. That's exactly what those are.
It looks like a femur.
A salsa. This could have something to do with gods, and he's carrying a bull as well, and they have giant bones. What's wrong with salt? A salt cellar is just a salt box. Some people call it a salt pig, and his storage a container for salt. Kept near the stove when you're cooking, you just grab shit out of it. Like, what's wrong with salt? He said, oh, yeah, salt cellars. Oh, God. Oh, God. The fuck? Salt Jewish, too?
Or something like that. Like,
that's a big fucking femur.
That is a very big femur.
All this art.
See all those demons, guys? That's a fucking Jewish line. I can tell from here.
And then all the paintings don't look the statues. The statue paintings, but they're like that. So this conjures all that.
This is just someone loving this collection.
Hey, Jay, can you skip back like 5 seconds?
Oh, God damn it.
Just say when I was.
Right there.
Well, there's a delay, but he's probably talking about these in the center, maybe.
This guy has a that looks like a spear.
Oh, the third guy over?
Yeah, and then this other guy looks like he has a trident. Or these, I mean, these could be Roman gladiators because those are weapons in the games. But if you roll it
Don't use logic, bro.
forward just a little bit, like 2 seconds, it'll get a little
Just go with it. It's a Jew and it's satanic.
closer.
Here we go.
Yeah, there it is. And then, is that a little kid?
Oh, yeah.
Is that a mother
Oh, yeah.
with her child? Oh my
I don't know
God.
if that's the background or what, but yeah, I don't know what this is. Like when you said there's a stick, I mean, I don't know if that's like, because they wouldn't put it in their art if it didn't have a meaning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll have to have
They're satanic. They got to tell you what they're going to do before they do it to you. So they cast it in bronze statues. Duh.
a meeting. Like this guy might be a Roman legionnaire or whatever they called him. Or, most likely these
Oh, you talking about Austin? Austin's been busy lately, I guess.
would be guys going to the gladiatorial games because it's a human sacrifice.
Yep.
Mariah does the same thing. I work a lot of hours. I work 2 jobs. She gets home and she just shoves food in my face. So the problem is, the last couple of weeks, she's been making me eat ovarian eggs over easy. So it's been a tough stint.
God, these people.
So this conjures all that.
So Jay, what'd you buy?
Shit, man. Dick.
Yeah, I think it was a mermaid. Yeah, tail. Yeah.
Imagine people that create art could use their imagination to make things that don't exist and are not foretelling the future for the non-Jewish people.
Just kind of, I mean, but it's like, so where's the technology now to do this?
Gold.
You don't think we can make that now? Are you fucking retarded? I hate when people who have no understanding of how technology and manufacturing works tries to talk about how we lost the technology. We've got robots that can do it without even needing us and probably do 3,000 per hour. Where's the technology to do this stuff now? It's just wild. Lost art.
But doesn't that look like a tail?
We have so much technology to make so many fucking things in massive amounts, mass production, that there's actually been a push to go back to handmade things. You fucking retards.
Also with the tail, but it's like, so where's the technology now to do this?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I mean, you can't.
You can't make something with a tail on it. Is that your claim?
And there's gotta
I
be
was thinking that when you're looking at those little figurines, that the detail. Are there people who can do this? Yeah, but it's very few. And
for all we know, I mean, they were all in the 1800s and they built all these.
I could print these on a 3D printer out of thermoplastic that would survive a trip to space. What do you mean?
Cities in 2 years. So
yeah.
where
Yeah. And it's like that guy Fabergé made all the eggs for the royal family of Russia. Like, dude, how do you come up with that idea? And
How do you come up with the idea of making an egg shape that's represented life since the dawn of time and then putting jewels on it because we put jewels on everything when we first found them? I don't know. Out of this world,
you
bro.
guys have one of those now?
oh man.
Could you imagine having one of those now? Could you imagine if you had one of those jeweled eggs?
Same general.
Now, these kind of freak me out too. Because you saw this right here, like both of them, but look at their heads.
Yeah.
They're not, like this one looks like kind of human. This one, no. This one, definitely not. And no, I mean, I don't.
Oh man, I know what this. I think I know what this is. This is him getting dressed up for one of their ceremonies because he's wearing a mask, and that's like.
Yep, child sacrifice ceremonies.
Yeah, like a tunic or something, or some type of costume for one of their ceremonies.
Like eyes wide shut.
Yeah, exactly.
But back then,
That's why he's kind of struggling to put it over his head, and he's got the
Yeah,
like you said, I
there
wouldn't
you
have thought
go.
unless you said all this stuff does have to have a meaning, and that would fit.
because it just, and I mean,
Where's the technology to build plates now? Come on, guys. You think we could make them out of a different material besides stone? Where'd it go? What about water pitchers? The lost art. I've just been using a straw to suck my water straight off the ground when it rains.
Worship of the sun god, huh? Helios?
Yeah. And it's like one of those old microphones. Remember those things?
Looks more like a snowflake.
Mist and all that. It's like, and it's all crystal. It's like, once again, you know, also inside. Right there.
Crystals.
And sit right here.
Oh, Crescent Moon?
Jesuits. Yeah, the Jesuit, you know, that they're the Jesuit sign and all that. How they have, like the sun rays going out.
You got it now. You figured it out. A mother and a child. How do we make this Jewish and evil? We passed that one over. Was that a dead rabbit?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They made sure to put 6 bands on the.
Yep.
Made sure to put exactly 6 bands on the cross. 666.
Curing cap. The Roman cap.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yep. There's your freedom.
The Jesuits are the largest male religious order in the Catholic Church. The Society of Jesus, the Jesuit order of the Jesuit order of the Jesuits. It's a order of clerics, male clerics in the fucking Catholic Church, I guess. But they hate the Catholics too.
When was this?
They think the Catholics are worshiping the same religion the devil worshiping Jews are as well.
Just this past month.
Oh, really? Holy shit.
A week ago.
Wow.
Where's these busts with all these demons? I'm getting tired of watching now, Jason.
The statue, but see him like in the top left, the statue up there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
what about the statue with no arms? You're not worried about that one?
It looks like.
Oh, no arm Pete. Oh, Conan's back. Now we're not talking about Jews no more.
It looks like
just your right.
Pussy.
And like right. Yeah. Can't remember which one.
But also look at these shields. It's like there has to be something with the shield.
Yeah.
There has to be something with the shield. Why would people at the siege of this fucking castle fortress, why the fuck would they have shields? There has to be something to do with the shield.
All this.
How can anybody watch this fucking schizophrenia on video?
You know, why would they let anybody in to see their?
And then you got your bird back there with the Holy Roman Empire.
Yep, and you know, also facing left.
Yep.
And that backwards, but.
And look at the colors. It's
yeah, the whole thing's backwards from the camera, so it's actually facing right.
You know, gold. They weren't gold and light blue. And then you see the whatever that pyramid thing looking thing is in the back left. What's that thing? Yeah, that thing. I never remember the name of those.
Obelisk.
What are those called?
Obelisk.
Yeah, that's it.
It's just
never.
And they have them in all these cemeteries. It's like, why? It's like, what is the deal with these? I almost look like what this was. It's like this could have been Rome, like the sacking of Rome too. Because I mean, the torn flag.
Yeah, I mean that's something that's through this day in Chronicle, that's the biggest thing to carry. Is you never let that go down. If you do, somebody else picks it up if the person's killed. Like,
yeah, especially
this is a battle. They are losing. Oh my god! No, you know what this is?
What's this?
Because you've got people up here, right, on the parapets.
A lot of people believe the obelisks represent like eternity or an afterlife, or that the way that they have a long taper. They're tall and they have a long taper. That may be like the ascension from the heavens, from the earth to the heavens, and then they meet at a single point of heaven. No one really knows. Locked them for a long time.
Whatever. Yeah, people trying to get up. What if that's the flood? And they're trying to get away from it. They're trying to get, off the ground and into the castle, the higher ground, kind of like the tapestry we just saw. Like, what if those would have to deal with a flood?
Yeah. And the thing is like you look at like this right here, like looks like it looks like a fin from a fish. If you notice, like there's like
looks like a skirt or like a seashell. Like the guy's wearing a skirt, or or it's some weird seashell.
Were they telling us that there was a big, well, it could have been one of those mud floods because, I mean, they built Rome and all that, over all those, over all those, what do you call it? Like, the, 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 what do you call it? you know, all the necropolises, and like when they go underground, they start digging. It's like I can imagine what's under our feet.
Yeah.
I don't even want to. I don't want to put anything in the ground anymore because who knows? Ancient Indian burial site. It's like
Yeah.
dogs.
Holy shit. Yeah, exactly. Hey, what's that?
We're about to move on from this. I just want to see these fucking demon chess
Just in the
pieces
top left, it looks like this guy's carrying
we still
something.
haven't seen.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, that's just weird that he wrapped it. Like, yeah, almost like it's a.
This is like a 6-hour stream too. Is this the demon?
See right here? I looked at it because they probably sleep upside down.
Yeah.
He said every bus there has a demon. Looks like the sun to me.
See right here? It's almost like the Nephilim.
Yeah, that is weird.
Oh, it's the Nephilim.
Every single one of them.
They were probably made by the same artist. Or people wore the same thing at the same time. Every single one of them. Where's the other ones?
Yeah. So it looks like staying on a cannon, right?
Yeah.
But it's all on a cube.
It's all IQ?
So it looks like staying on a cannon, right?
Yeah.
But it's all on a cube. Who made
shit?
I mean, it's safe to say everybody before us was way more like technologically advanced. They're using a Pegasus up here flying.
Does he realize the implication that he can walk to his basement, turn sideways to fit through all of his Tupperware containers full of the internet he's printed off, sat down at a computer and click the go live button and broadcast to the world? Or is he more concerned with a 4-foot by 4-foot jewelry box? Oh, they've been so much more advanced than we have.
Into the air.
Oh yeah, I can see that. What if this is a sarcophagus?
You believe that
you know,
shit?
Like this is the top that comes off. Put the the dead
But who's sarcophagus?
The dead demon in there.
Put the dead demon in there? That's the dead demon box. Good call, Jack. What if this is just the top of it and it comes off and you put the dead, the dead, what were we saying earlier? Words, not Jews. That's clearly a topic you don't want to discuss. Demon. We put a demon in there. What the fuck was he trying to say?
Like technologically advanced. They're using a Pegasus up here flying into the air.
Yeah, Pegasus. That Pegasus was the peak of technological advancements. The Pegasus. You guys remember that? Since then, we've been downhill.
What if this is a sarcophagus? Like this is the top that comes off. Put the the dead
But who's sarcophagus?
The dead demon in there.
Yeah, Jack, you got it.
Holy shit, this thing big. Wow.
And then notice it's like they just show like a sun, like solar worship because there's a plant. Like they
Right.
push out the sun, so it's got to be solar worship. But
A plant grows from the sun, and even they knew this back then. And Jason Q wants to change it into, this must be symbolism for solar worship. Even they knew that the sun makes the plants grow. And Jason is like, man, their technology was so extreme, they were worshiping the sun.
Such a dick!
Every day I
Good
wake up
job.
and I hope you're dead.
Good fucking job, Mariah.
I mean,
And look at if you look at all the statues there, they're missing what they're holding in their hands. Did they want to hold those back? Because they didn't want people to see what that was.
Big penises. Big black penises is what they had. 8-foot black penises, and they touched right at the tip.
I saw the same thing at IKEA.
You could hire a craftsman to build this, you cheap fucking bastard. I see the same thing at IKEA. The problem, you're buying your furniture from IKEA. If this is what you want, you're not going to find it at IKEA.
Yeah, that looks like if you put them together, it would almost form like a bridge or something.
Yeah.
They're bookends, retard.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I want to know. Okay, so
This is like Victorian or something. I don't even know why they keep saying Roman.
I mean,
oh wow, Jesus! I mean, look at that craftsmanship. Jesus.
The Renaissance? I don't fucking know.
Yeah. I mean,
That's something I'm really bad at.
out of his chest. It's like this
Oh my God, look at that guy's chest. What's he got there?
one's even worse.
oh, they get even worse.
Does this mean like could this mean they're possessed by a demon or something like that? Because that looks like this thing is trying to bulge out of its skin.
I thought you said they were all exactly the same.
They did this because if you notice, they don't have any arms or any fingers.
Yeah, right.
They're the Nephilim, right? Well,
They don't have any arms or any fingers. What the fuck? It's just a head, you fucking retard. Where would they put the arms and fingers? It's just a face.
there's
Where?
Yeah.
right here, but look at the eyes.
There ain't nothing there,
Yeah,
dude.
Black guy.
Yeah, and it's like
Might be a shadow, but Jesus.
Maybe it's damage. I hate these people so much. What about that guy?
right there.
Jesus.
Look, his boobies have cracked. Varicose veins, I bet. Maybe that means he was a intravenous drug user.
And that's usually a crest or something on a, not somebody's head, little baby head. Oh,
All of them have that.
yeah, that is weird.
Right there.
Yeah, I can't pick out art periods to save my life.
Sure.
Wow. And think of these, who knows when these were done? These could have been done in the Roman Empire.
Elephant.
Ooh, that's definitely a meth pop right there.
Gold.
Brooch,
Very
That was
ornate
that
meth
brooch.
pop.
Yeah, bro. Look at those diamonds, though. Holy shit.
and I mean, it's like
Yeah. Hey, look at that head. See that head? Yeah, that's not creepy.
and this mirror. It's like what they're showing this mirror, but it's like what if some of these they use in their witchcraft?
These are the witchcraft mirrors. Television. Now we're crossing over to Ryan Upchurch land.
Like mirror on the wall, right? I mean,
Right. But they have a real problem with mirrors, too, because it can, like, capture the soul or something. It's weird.
I think everybody's bad at it, to be honest with you, unless they've studied it.
That's why there has no glass in it.
it's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Oh, no, I think there's one.
It's a mirror. What do you mean it has no glass in it?
Weird. That's why there has no glass in it.
Yep, there's no glass in it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's a reflection,
Oh,
you
no,
fucking retard.
Jesus.
Rothschild masterpieces, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, like they made any of them.
So there was two of them? You made it sound like there was hundreds of busts that all had the same demon face on them. Two guys were wearing like a metal thing, and then one guy, his shirt just happened to be in a position it kind of looked like a couple eyes.
It's like how do you even just
Man. Yeah, that's the.
Jesus Christ. All right, here's what we're going to do. If you end up watching this replay on YouTube, I'm sorry. Ryan Upchurch has been copyright strike, or not Ryan Upchurch, something called Merlin Entertainment, which is his entertainment group, have been they copyright strike his music, which I agree with. Like, it's his music. You shouldn't be able to jam out his fucking music videos on YouTube, I guess. But they also copyright strike all of his videos, even the ones where he does ridiculous, stupid things that he talks about. But we're going to cover some of his ridiculous, stupid videos. So you happen to see this replay on YouTube. I'm sorry, this portion is not going to be on YouTube. We'll talk to y'all later, but everybody else should be on Twitch or Rumble or Facebook right now. YouTube isn't even live. It'll just be for the replay. And I apologize. You won't see this portion. Let me make sure everything's right here. Give me just a second. But everybody else could just say where they're at. And then we're going to Ryan Upchurch land, where things get worse and worse and worse.